Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing, as you can see by the title of today's video, a Q&A. So I'm sitting on my couch. This is a pretty chill type video, just answering some of you guys' questions and chilling on the couch before I binge watch YouTube videos and Netflix. So I asked you guys on Instagram and on Facebook what questions you guys had, and so I'm just going to be going through those and answering them. If you guys have any other questions that I did not answer in this video, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I am pretty quick to respond. And so if you'll have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Okay, first question is, what is your goal in life? That was a very interesting question. It's a pretty loaded question. So a question that requires, I feel like, a lot of thought to respond to. So my goal in life, I guess, broad, like overarching, no matter what it is in like family, career, whatever, would be that I exalt the name of Jesus, if I'm being totally honest. And it's kind of interesting, like, to ask myself that question, because it makes me think, like, okay, if that is my goal, if my goal is to exalt the name of Jesus and glorify the Lord, and like, if my purpose and goal in life is to point people to Him and like put all eyes on Him, am I doing that? Are the things that I'm doing, the steps that I'm taking in my life, are those actually doing that? And so thank you to whoever asked that. And yeah, because it definitely made me think about, okay, what is my goal, and am I working towards that? Like, am I actually doing anything that points people towards the Lord? So yeah. Second question, do I want kids? So yes, Jacob and I definitely want kids. We want them soon. We're not trying yet, but most likely next year or the year after, we'll try to start having kids. So Lord willing, I will be able to get pregnant and have safe deliveries and all of that, and be able to have kids. So our number right now is 4. We want to have 2 physically, and then adopt 2. That's our ideal situation, I guess, if we have a, idea of what we were wanting. We have literally no idea how many children we're gonna end up having. That's up to the Lord. Second, we've thought about maybe more, like, should we have a number? Should we just have children until we can't? Like, what should we do about that? So we don't know, but yes, we do want to have kids. We don't not want to have kids. We're just trying to figure out the best plan of action. Don't you even think about it. Oh my goodness. That was my dog jumping across the camera. Anyway, yes, we want to have kids. Yes. How old are you? So I am 23 and my birthday is July 13th. So I just turned 23 a couple months ago. So yeah. What's your go-to coffee order? My go-to coffee order changes. A long time ago, like before I did Whole30 in June, I was eating dairy like all the time, didn't care, like I had dairy all the time. And my go-to coffee order was a vanilla latte with half and half. And it was so delicious and creamy and like so good, so good. That was my go-to drink for the longest time. Any coffee shop I went to, I would get that. Now, since I don't have dairy, I don't get that anymore. It also kind of depends on the season. Like, If it's cold or if it's hot, basically. Like if it's cold, I'm most likely not gonna be drinking cold drinks. If it's hot, I most likely won't be drinking hot drinks, but it just kind of depends. Currently, right now, I'm getting the cinnamon almond milk cold foam cold brew with extra caramel drizzle at Starbucks. And then I'll also sometimes get, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll get the iced pumpkin spice latte with almond milk. I go back and forth, I don't know, it just depends. And then sometimes I make coffee at home and it's just like a pour over, and usually it's blonde espresso, and then I'll do, or blonde espresso, or the blonde, like the lighter brew basically. And yeah, so I'll do that, and hey! I'll do that, and then I'll sometimes do a, like I'll do almond milk in it or something. So, or almond milk creamer. What's my dream job? I wanna be a stay-at-home mom. I wanna be a stay-at-home mom. I don't know what that looks like necessarily just yet, but when we start having kids, our plan is for me to stay home. If we can afford that, yeah. So we've kind of built our lifestyle around that being the plan, so we don't spend like a lot and stuff to plan for that. Like we're preparing ourselves to live within our means for when that time comes eventually. But yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I like doing YouTube too, so if that ended up ever being a thing, then that would work perfectly with being a stay-at-home mom, because I'd already be at home. So I don't know. I have no idea what the future holds for that, but I want to be a mom. That's what I want to do. How do you meet your husband? So we actually met at school, and we have like a welcome week, basically. Like most schools have like a student welcome week, the first week for like freshmen and stuff to come into. We were both transfer students, so we got put in the same like small group, and we met literally the first day of school. So that's how we met, and that was 4 years ago. So what did you go to college for? So I got my degree in biblical studies, so basically theology. That was my degree, and it was a Bachelor of Arts. What was your first job? So my first job, I don't know, it kind of depends. So I grew up with a single mom majority of my life, so she worked a lot. So I got like a lot of work ethic. A lot of my work ethic came from her. Like she worked really hard. I saw that all the time. And that's something I'm like so grateful for my mom, is teaching me like how important it is to work, and like you do well at your job. Like that is just not a like thing, like you work hard. So with that being said, I went to her job a lot at a young age and worked for her and for that company, doing like clerical things, like office things, or working in the warehouse or whatever. So I think my very first job would be working in a warehouse basically, and working in that office. But my first job that I applied to, interviewed, got, like that type of thing, like all on my own, not with my mom. I worked at Yogurtland, which is like a frozen yogurt place in Dallas-Fort Worth area. And yeah, I was a cashier, so that was my first job. What's your number one budgeting tip? So I don't know, there's a lot of things about budgeting that I could obviously, like, I've made a video on budgeting. I love personal finance, like I don't know, I just love the strategy behind it and the planning and I don't know, it just really gets me. So I think my number one tip over everything would be just know, like literally just know what what is coming in and what is going out. Like, number one tip, like you need to know what's happening with your money. And whenever you see that like written out and you realize how much money is coming in and how much money is going out, that will change your habits naturally, because you're gonna realize, oh my gosh, I'm spending so much more money than what's coming in. And that is probably the most eye-opening experience people have when I help them with their budget and when I did my budget for the first time. Like, you just don't realize how much money you spend and how much money you spend on things that you're like, why do I spend that much money on that? Like, I spent so much money on eating out and I didn't need to. I was living on campus at my school and I had a cafeteria I could go to that, like, I don't know, I was spending money on things that I didn't need to. So that's what I'd say. Know what's coming in and know what's going out of your account. What is your favorite dessert? So well, let me start by saying I am a sweet person, not a savory person. I could eat breakfast. Like, breakfast ideally for me is like pancakes, waffles, fruit, yogurt, like all that type of stuff. And I love dessert. Like, I love dessert. So, love sweets. With that being said, I love ice cream. Ice cream is my number one favorite dessert. I could have that every night. For, like, if I could only have one dessert forever, it would be that one. Ice cream, so good. I like most flavors of ice cream. I haven't really had any that I don't like, except there is one. I do not like strawberry ice cream. Strawberry ice cream is just gross to me. Like, I don't like that fruity flavors like mixed with milkiness, like creaminess. Like, that's just gross to me. I don't know, I'm very strange, but I don't like strawberry ice cream. But other than that, I love ice cream. And yes, like, I can't have dairy, so I'll have ice cream made from like coconut milk and stuff like that, and it's still so good. There's a lot of good ice cream brands that are dairy free. So, where are you from and where do you live? So, also, I'm sorry about the lighting. The sun is literally going down. This is what happens when you work and you have to record after work. So anyway, I am from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and more like the northeast side of Dallas. And I still live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I just live over like the southwest side now, basically, like the total opposite side. So yeah, that's where I live in Dallas. And yeah, we'll probably move at some point, but we just don't know like how that's gonna play out eventually. Okay, what are you reading currently? I am reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. I don't know what I'm gonna go to next. I have a couple books that I bought. We have a lot of books, so there's some that I bought that I'm wanting to read. I bought the first Twilight and I want to start that series. I also want to start the Harry Potter series. I also want to start the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. We have all three of those, so that was looking very interesting. I also bought Insomnia by Stephen King. That looks promising. I don't know, there's a lot of options. I don't know what's next, but currently I'm reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I'm also thinking about possibly reading The Anointed Life by Charles Spurgeon. I have that one as well. I don't know if I'm going to read that one next, but yeah, currently Pet Sematary by Stephen King. What are you watching currently? So Jacob and I have this thing where I have my show I watch by myself that I can watch anytime, doesn't matter if he's watching or not. Then we have something we watch together. And then I don't know what he does. He's not like super into TV, so he doesn't have like a show. He'll watch like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and like Rick and Morty and stuff, but it's not like he's like watching that. He just watches it like every now and then. So me, I'm currently watching Dynasty on Netflix. I finished Gossip Girl for the second or third time, like a week ago. And so I wanted to, I mean, honestly, I could literally rewatch Gossip Girl over and over and over again and just, like, I finished the whole show and I could literally just next day, like, start this show over again. I just love that show so much. And I'm so attached to the characters. I love that show. But I was like, I really want to start watching something different, just, still, like, silly and, like, unrealistic, but, something different. So currently I'm watching Dynasty on Netflix. Jacob and I just finished watching Ratched on Netflix. We really love like American Horror Story and those like dark shows basically. We like watching those together. So we just finished Ratched and I think we're gonna start watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. But yeah, that's what we're watching currently. How did you become a Christian? So I made a whole video on this. I'll have it linked down below if you want to watch it. I explain in detail what that experience is like for me. I did not grow up in the church. I got saved when I was in community college, and then I transferred and went to my 4-year school, and that's kind of like the timeline of how all that stuff happened. But how I became a Christian was by the grace and mercy of Jesus Christ. Like, that's how I became a Christian. I in no way at all deserve to be going to heaven or being in a relationship with the Lord at all. Like, literally don't deserve it. And Vader, I do not deserve a relationship with the Lord, but by his mercy and grace, I have been given a relationship with him. And yeah, but I went into more detail in that video, and I'll have that link down below. What's your Chick-fil-A order? Pre-realizing I can't have dairy, I got the spicy deluxe with pepper jack cheese and a large fry and a large Coke. Now I get the spicy chicken sandwich, meal, large fry, large Coke, and if I could, I would love spicy chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. That would be the ideal meal, but they don't have that, so that's what I get. Not that I don't like their regular chicken, but having their spicy chicken, I just can't go back to the regular chicken. It just tastes so bland to me. But that's my order. What'd you do in high school? So I'm assuming that question means like extracurriculars, hobbies, things like that. My legitimate extracurriculars were, I was in choir, and I did choir the whole time I was in high school. And I graduated my junior year of high school, so I was in high school for 3 years, and all 3 years I was in choir. I was in like our varsity choir, and I loved it. It was so amazing, so great. And I also played tennis my sophomore and junior year of high school. But other than that, I partied a lot. Like, I just did a lot of partying and like drugs and alcohol and boys and stuff. I wasn't really thinking clearly at that time. If you watch my testimony video, hello. If you watch my testimony video, you'll hear about the background of what was happening during that time in my life. But I was not focused on school. But I did actually do like well in school. I got good grades and stuff, but wasn't really focused on like getting a great extracurricular, resume or anything. Wasn't really focused on that. So yeah, but I was in choir and I did play tennis. What do you do for a living? So currently I am, my title is Assistant Director of Recruitment. So I do recruitment basically for our university. I work on transfer recruitment specifically, and that just basically means like I do the sales strategy basically for my school and getting students to go from their school to my school, basically. That's what it is in a nutshell. So yeah. Why'd you start a YouTube channel? So I get asked this a lot in like my personal life, because people want to know why you start a YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel because I had always wanted a YouTube channel. I have wanted a YouTube channel for at least six to 8 years. I've wanted one and I never did it. And I've always wanted to, so I just decided to. I graduated college and I was like, okay, I have time like to record videos after work and things like that. And so I was like, I want to do it. And so yeah, one, I've always wanted to. Two, I really wanted, like, I do this like as a hobby. Like, it is so fun to me to record videos and edit and upload them and take you guys through my life. And this is my other dog, by the way, Phasma. But I just, it's fun. Like, that's why I do it. And a lot of people will ask, well, are you doing it to get famous? And if you know me, you know I am not a people person. So I am not doing it so that I will get 8 trillion friends out of it. I'm doing it because, one, like I said, it's fun to record videos and edit them and upload them. But also, like, it's fun to be able to share like my advice and tips and recipes and things I am like wearing and stuff like that. Like, it's just fun to like share that stuff with you guys. And I'm not doing it to be famous. I'm doing it because it's fun. And that's it, basically. Am I opposed to it becoming a career? At this point in my life, no, I'm not opposed to it. I don't know where I'll be at 3 years from now when I maybe have children. I don't know if I will want this as the same capacity, or I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. I'm just doing it for fun right now, and yeah, it's fun. So okay, so yeah, if you guys have any other questions that I didn't answer in today's video, please leave it down below in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.